into is vagrant. It's everywhere. You know, it's very it's just available.
Kitty.
It's no lie. This dude goes and when you sit in between your bunk, if you're on the outside walls, there's two lockers, and then you can put your chair in between two lockers, and there's a brick wall behind you that runs the length of the building where all the bunks are put it up to. He is sitting in this area in his chair and waits until one of the counselors comes by, sees him, and when he sees her making her way through there, telling guys, hey, y'all need to go in front of the group. Need to go up front. You can't be sitting back here. You got to get up or I'm going to write you up. He waits until she gets in. Plain view of him. Had already made his dope shot. Takes his shot right in front of him. This is a counselor who had probably never seen anything like this in her life, except for on TV. She had heard people talk about it all the time, their addiction, this and that. I don't think she had ever seen nobody actually using heroin. She turns around, goes to the officers, goes up to the control booth, they call some officers in. The guy took him.
Fuck you.
Stuck in
What's the point?
Spot. They come in, and by the time they get there, he's slumped. He's conscious, he's aware, but he is high. Dude is, like I said, man, that dude is, he's high as astronaut socks. You know what I mean? He is out there. They get him up, he's all wobbly, they search the area, they find the residue in the bottom of the can that he had cooked up in, they find the needle, and they ship him up off. The lengths that some people will go to get high are crazy, especially knowing that you're going to get this, knowing you're going to go for your analysis, knowing they're looking for this. He would rather catch a street charge and more time for possession of controlled substance, narcotics, all this different stuff that have been at this point.
Oh hell no. This is one man.
Crazy.
Let's go.
From Virginia, where 7 inmates
Oh,
are
shit.
being treated for suspected drug overdoses. We're told another inmate has now died. Now, those overdoses took place around 7:15 this evening at the Haynesville Correctional Center. Now, that's about an hour east of Richmond. Virginia's Department of Corrections emergency response teams have now been activated. The facility has canceled visitation for tomorrow.
It's because that's where it's coming
What
in.
you just saw and heard is not uncommon. What's uncommon is them putting it on the news and you actually hearing about it.
Right.
They want you to be stuck with the
Hold up,
image
I got it.
and the thoughts that if you've got a loved one that's on drugs, when they get to prison, they're off drugs. That couldn't be further from the truth. They only speak on these things, like I've said in the past, when it gets so big that it makes its way to the media, or somebody calls home and their family calls the news people. The prison is not calling the news ever to come up there and admit that they got these issues going on, admit that this is taking place, because it makes them look bad. People start to question, why do y'all get all this money for these prisons and these jails? Who's not doing their job that y'all have got this many people overdosing? Y'all got people dying. It's a common thing.
Oh shit. Okay, I found another one.
Greensville, I told y'all, I think in a couple different stories. One of my first glimpses into the heroin stuff.
Fuck, I'm out of here.
Was me walking the yard and seeing a bunch of guys sitting along the fence line, passing the bottom of a can. Like if you take a can and you flip it over, it's hollowed out. They'd all put their dope in there and agreed on how much they were supposed to get into this syringe. And they were passing this needle and this can down the line. And I just walked by these guys as they're nonchalantly shooting dope with the same needle. Just like we would sit around and pass a joint or pass a blunt back and forth. They're doing this, but they're doing it with heroin and they're doing it with a needle. A lot of guys I knew up there overdosed. A lot of times it was hidden. There were several situations where I had to help.
Get the fuck up out of here.
We do different things to try to get these back in the room.
You're such a bitch, bro. Fuck you. You're a faggot.
We can't survive. Nurses have to come in, going on
You're a bitch, bro. You's a fucking bitch.
Week after week after week, this dumbass dude did some dope and just fell out, right?
I don't know where the fucking.
We had
Oh, we need to pop that fucking totem.
stories I got going on because I'm not here to tarnish nobody. If you're, you got some bad paperwork or something, I'll blast you. But this dude in general was a dude by the name of Slim. Anybody that's been up Greensville knows who Slim is.
Oh, tight. You found it. That's tight.
Up Greensville
You good shit.
that were good, and when I mean good, I mean like phenomenal, worthy of any tattoo magazine, ink matches, any show you could ever think of that would crush any of these dudes out here when it comes to single needle. I'm thinking Slim, Spike, and Buzz. Slim was just on some next level shit with tattooing. Just, he could do portraits that looked better than the actual picture. This dude
Damn.
could do everything from,
Let's get the fuck up out of here.
arm down to, lettering on your body that looked like it was put on by a machine. Then you got Spike. Spike's been released. Spike, you see this? Hey, big salute to you, man. Welcome home. Spike finally came home, made parole after almost 40 years.
Damn.
Homeboy Joey told me about Spike being home. Hey, salute to you too, Joey. That's the Joey from the fight with the head crip dude. They didn't mess with none of that. Dude Buzz was a monster. Spike was a monster. Neither one of them messed with it. But Slim liked to get high. Slim liked to get high to the point that he was so nice with that tattoo gun that them dope boys would get that pack and they would go to Slim before they even attempted to make their money to try to break Slim off a big chunk of his heroin so that they could get in line, cut everybody else, come home from prison with work.
Fucking
It was like
bastard.
one of the best shops, in the United States. I had set up to go upstairs with Slim to get my back done. And on the day I'm supposed to go upstairs, I'm going to do what's called 229. That's the code for the charge if you get caught in an unauthorized area. You're not allowed to just go in different dorms and pods. If you're in an unauthorized area, they hit you with what's called a 229. 229 can come with anything from a loss of canteen to a
Come on, get him, damn it. Idiots.
possible hole, depending on where they find you at. I was going to.
We're dead.
I was going to sneak my way upstairs, get in the Slim's pod, and start lining my back. So this day rolls around, this weekend rolls around, and I had told Slim in advance. I said, Slim, don't be getting all messed up, man. It's a weekend, it's a Saturday. I know the pack's gonna hit today. I know you want to get high, like, man, don't be getting all messed up and tattooing my back. Don't. You know what I mean? Wait till after you're done with my stuff. And I don't care what you do, grown man, handle your business, right? That evening rolls around when everybody slides out to wreck. I was supposed to slide up the back staircase, sneak into Slim's pod, get in there a couple hours, get all the line work done, start some of the shade. I'll do this on 2 or 3 more occasions until we're done with my back. They call wreck, they call standby for wreck, and they would always come they call standby to let you know something's about to happen. Standby for chow. Get ready for chow. Stand by for a church service. Get ready for church. Stand by for prayer. Get your water, your cup, your towel, whatever you're going to take outside with you. Stand by for rec. So we're all stand by for rec. I'm at the back door. I got all my tattoo equipment with me. I told you I wouldn't let people use that stuff on me. I got it banned with
Get
it
the
on
fuck
me.
up out of here.
Not in me, on me. I'm not for nothing. It's disgusting anyway. Why don't you stick something in your butt you can tattoo with?
Right.
Back to the story. I'm standing at the back door, and I'm waiting to go out the back door to the rec. When they open the rec door, to let everybody out, I'm gonna slide up the staircase, go to Slim's pod. Just waiting like I'm going to rec. Lockdown, lockdown, lockdown. Everybody's got a lockdown.
Good shit.
We ain't going to rec. Whatever's going on is gonna take some time. We all locked down. We start to hear, all the guards, they lock us on our cell. The guards that were standing there were getting ready to let us out.
Fuck.
Took off, out, after they got us all locked up, back out the pod. They all disappeared. We don't know what's going on. 5 days later, we come out of our cell. we have now went on this major lockdown. They have come through with the drug dogs. They have come through with a certain team they call a strike force, to search all our cells. They're bringing all their different gadgets to search for things. They're out there on the yard with metal detectors, walking around looking for stuff. We went on a major lockdown, right? The reason behind it being that right after they did count, they called standby for Rec. Right before I went upstairs, was supposed to go upstairs, when Rec was called to meet with Slim. Slim took his shot of dope. The guards walking by, just doing his rounds like they do. They'll just periodically walk by looking.
Boy, some scary shit, man.
Just laying on the
Some
floor,
scary shit.
and slid off the toilet.
Fuck it. Yeah, give me that shit. Hell yeah. Right in his face. Right in your face! With a purple beamer. Yeah, I'm glad they popped that shit, cause woof.